Coming on down towards, again, VWAP area, traders. Nice big pullback. If it breaks that downtrend, I think we squeeze all the way back up to 545 plus. 400, 550 bucks. If we crack the purple line, this will be my stop. $600. $600 now. We got a big day ahead today, people. We're going up to a little place I like to call the moon. We're going to space. The S&P 500 is hot. NVDA is getting even hotter. So I need everyone to say goodbye to your family, say goodbye to your friends, say goodbye to your children, because we're going up to the moon today, people, and we're not going to see them for a long, long time. Traders, have you seen this market? Have you seen how crazy things have been? We could take a look over on NVDA right now, and we can realize that this play has just been, it's unbelievable. Look how big NVDA has spiked now. NVDA has gone all the way up from $26 to $535 over the last 3 years. Now, obviously, you got to ask yourself the question right now, how much higher can NVDA truly go up to? Because it seems like this is an infinite money glitch. It seems like this is an ATM that all you have to do is put your money in and you get more money out. Right now, NVDA traders has been on a tear, and there's still no slowing it down just yet. We could definitely have a lot more left in the tank over on NVDA. While we again watch this play at this moment, we are again staying alert, staying ready, and we are going to be breaking down this entire thing. Traders, welcome back on this day. I hope everyone is excited. I hope everyone is ready to go. We're going to be having live lessons on NVDA today. We're going to be talking about absolutely everything that you guys need to be successful on this day, and we'll be all set, ready to rock here. So, traders, let's talk about it all. We're going to head on over into our morning newsletter that I send out to you guys every single day and get every single trader prepared, as we always do. So what do we really have here? Let's talk about it all. Go right to the key points. So what do we really have today? It says wait and see. Stocks have struggled so far in 2024, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average off nearly a half a percentage point for the 6 trading weeks of the new year. The S&P 500 is slightly down, and the NASDAQ is down about 1%. But we are seeing a very nice rally at this time. Now, with this rally, we have NVDA pushing on up, which I'm very excited to go into. Other than the S&P 500 starting to get very hot, we also have to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has until today, January 10th, until we get an announcement, are we going to be having that Bitcoin ETF or are we not? There has to be an answer given today. Last night, if you guys were not aware of this, the SEC tweeted out that Bitcoin was approved for the spot ETF. But what did you guys realize? That the account was actually hacked. So you can see right here, it says the SEC, today the SEC grants approval for the ETFs for listing. The approved Bitcoin ETFs is subject to ongoing surveillance. And you can see today's approval enhances market transparency. This was all fake. Some hacker broke into this Twitter account, posted this, Bitcoin went on a pop, and then came right back on down. So I was just kind of kidding around saying Bitcoin has approved, and you could see a Pinocchio nose, just kidding. And everyone's like, no, it was hacked, it was hacked, it was hacked, it was hacked. So traders, I'm sorry if you didn't get it, but yes, it was hacked. And you guys can see that this was not real. It was actually hacked, which led to Bitcoin going on a pop and then dropping right back on down. Last but not least, we do have home prices surging. Home prices have been going higher and higher, and that's thanks in part to mortgage rates, which are falling, which has pumped up demand. But the supply remains limited, leading to that classic supply and demand problem. Home prices jumped 5.2% on an annual basis. So home prices are still moving on up. Traders, we got to break down this whole entire day as we always do. I want to go over the S&P 500. What do we have here? We have Monday, we broke a beautiful downtrend, which led to the spike. Tuesday, we bounced off 471 support, which was a perfect entry. And now today on Wednesday, we have an ascending triangle pattern. The best case scenario is we see a squeeze and a spike to new highs after we break the wedge. 475 today is the price to break. If this wedge cracks, watch for a pullback back down to 471. We have Monday, which is in purple. Monday's game plan, remember, was here's the downtrend, here's the downtrend, here's the downtrend, here's the downtrend. Once we break from the bearish side to the bullish side, guess what happens? We got this very big spike. So we had the downtrend on Monday, which led to this very big spike as we broke it. Then we had Tuesday. Let's look for a bounce off the support line. Tuesday, the market was falling, the market was dropping. We opened on up. We know that old spiking high here, old spiking high here, old dip buy right here. That 471 mark is most likely going to be holding up as our main support line. And then we have today. And today, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of in like this vibrant pink color. And what you guys can see out of today is we do have a higher low, we have a higher low, we have a higher low, with 475 top resistance, 475 top resistance, and 475 top resistance. And I basically try to make it as easy as possible, basically just saying, watch here today, right? That's all it is. Watch here today. This area right here at 475, and obviously the goal is to be able to break through 475. You're saying, Deck, what's that ascending triangle pattern? Looks just like this. We have top resistance going across the board, bottom support moving on up, building higher lows. We wait until we get to the corner of that triangle, and then bang, we get that very nice breakout. So we're basically looking for the same exact setup on today to get this play moving. NVDA, I am with the bulls saying this is a beast, but as a mentor to thousands of traders, I have to make sure that every now and then I play the mom role of the group. What I mean is NVDA is now hitting a 70 on the RSI. What does this mean? It means you better be ready for a drop sometime within the next 7 to 10 days. Sure, we may go all the way up to 550 first, but I want you to at least be aware of this. Enjoy the gains, but understand this will not be able to hold forever. So every time you guys can see we come up near a 70 on the RSI, we do get a pullback. Comes on up near a 70 on the RSI, we do get a pullback. We get up near a 70 on the RSI, we do get a pullback. Come on up near a 70 on the RSI, we do get a pullback. So we are at a 70.84 right now. And other than that, let's get ready to go. Okay, I think I have my game plan, but it is going to be a little risky here. What I think is going to happen is I do think SANA is going to have a gap up. And I think this gap up is going to be somewhere around like $8. But from that gap up, I am expecting a pullback. What I plan on doing on SANA is actually doing short limit orders right around the price of 770 still. I'm still gonna put in orders right around that 770 mark. So I'm just gonna go to NASDAQ right here, and I'm still gonna put in orders right around 773 order right there, a 771 order right here, a 777 order right here, maybe 769 order right here. Now, why would I do that? Because if this one opens up, anything above 770, I'm gonna get filled at right away. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm gonna put in some orders much higher. And if these get filled, if this opens on up and I get filled right away, these will help bring my cost basis up. So I'm gonna go all the way up to like 840 here. And I wanna see if when this market opens on up, am I going to get filled right away? If I do get filled right away, are we gonna get that pullback? And if I don't get that pullback right away, we are going to have higher entries to basically bring up our cost basis as needed. So SANA here, traders, is going to be opening up in 40 seconds. And I do want to see if this one is going to be able to open on up. The best case scenario would be run up towards around the price of 810 and then be able to come back on down. Let's see what we got here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. SANA. And I'm in right now. Let's see if we get a drop right away. If SANA gets a drop right away, I'm great. Now remember, my entry is at 779. I didn't have any actual limit order at 779, did I? The answer, no. I got filled out wherever this one just opened on up. Now I am looking to see if it can go up a little bit higher now, and then we get that nice pullback. So I am getting filled a little bit more. There's my 2,000 shares total filled, and I would like to see if this thing can go all the way up towards like 875 mark now. Now obviously, if it dropped all the way underneath $8, I'd be happy with that. But let's see how much more is actually left in this tank if this one starts turning and starts dropping. There's a nice drop. There's a nice turn. Come on, let's get that crack. Let's get that pullback. We want to see this thing start going green, and we want to start seeing that big weakness out of this play. A little lower shadow, traders. We almost had it there for a second. Back above $8, traders. Back above $8 and still all the way up near around these highs. 875 is still going to be the target on this trade, it looks like. I need to see the bids crack back underneath $8 for me to want to hold this one right now. We do know we have a couple old high areas. 875, that's an old high area, but we also have an old high area all the way up towards around 960. So we got filled at, again, 775 old high. We got filled right around 810 old high. We're looking for that entry to be able to pull on back and be able to get us, a nice drop all the way back on down towards these lows. So it's looking at past chart history pattern to try to figure out where these are going to get up towards, and then basically trying to have an average right next to the current, new highs. That's basically what we're looking for. So can we get that crack all the way back on down towards that VWAP? If we can, all the way back down towards around the 750s, that's going to be able to make us a nice little gain and a nice little profit. Little bit of lower highs here, team. Still a little bit of a spike. Got to be careful. I like the idea of this one, but if I'm wrong, I can't, allow myself to take any unnecessarily large losses. Here comes this orange line. We got to crack it. Anything underneath $8 is going to show a lot of weakness, which I will like a lot. Guys, starting to crack here slightly. Come on, get a little crack more. Get a little crack more. Let's go back in the 790s. Can we get the 790s here? 803, 801, 801 here, $8. Little bit of a crack, guys. 790s. 790s. I'm currently down 264 bucks right here, traders. $8 trying to crack. $8 still holding though. $8 still slightly holding at this moment. Traders, I'm actually going to get out and move on from this one. Once again, I am going to take a small loss, accept my small loss, and keep it even. So I've made 2 trades so far today, guys. I didn't have the best entry on SATS. I moved on from it. I don't have the best entry on SANA. If this bounces, I want to get out where I have a reasonable area to make my money back. I want NVDA to be, one of my go-to trades. I want to really nail this. I want to nail again my trade. I want to nail my entry. I want to nail this play. I am putting myself in the money, giving myself more time so there's no time decay. But what's the smartest entry? The smartest entry out there would be the purple line. The smartest entry out there would be a bounce back on down near the VWAP. That would be the smartest entry possible. So we may just want to say, all right, Deck, maybe just wait for the smartest entry possible, maybe next to the VWAP. Where's VWAP? 539.30. Maybe go right above it, 539.60. Start giving it some chances. Coming on down towards, again, VWAP area, traders. Nice big pullback, 539.74. See if we get a little bit weaker, 539.60. Traders, I'm going to jump in here. First entry, 5 contracts in case we start getting some sort of bounce right next to the VWAP. If we crack the purple line, this would be my stop loss. Goal today, to start off with, get myself back to even. Get myself back into the green. Once I make up 400 bucks, it's basically like the day just started again. Little bit of a pop here. Nice climb right now over on NVDA. We're up 372 bucks, and we actually might lock this in here, traders. 541, 550, 560, 574. Guys, look at this thing go. 570, guys. We're now in the green on the day, and we're gonna start off there, and now we are back to even. All right. Oh, traders, did it. Back to even on the day. Okay, so very cool. Get myself again right back to even. I'm actually down 19 bucks on the day. Does look like NVDA is getting weaker here. I'm almost on the verge of getting ready to go ahead and pull the trigger on the downside, especially if SPX again starts cracking even lower. We know things can start getting ugly. NVDA team is getting a little bit weaker. It's trying its best to hold right above that 543-ish mark, but obviously that 543 is starting to kind of let loose a little bit. There could be a very big red candle coming on up here in the next few moments. I'm thinking about giving this a chance. If this thing does dump, we are going to at least fall on down towards 541.80. And then if it cracks that, we can go all the way on down towards that VWAP. Traders, I'm giving it a chance. I'm going on the put side here and seeing if this is going to at least dump on down. Starting to get a little weaker. We'll take gains if it comes on down towards this orange line. We are just cracking this wedge. Unfortunately, team, I cannot not get in, right? I cannot not get in if we have a wedge that's starting to crack like this. It's just too appealing. It works too well to not take advantage of it in some sort of way. So NVDA, I'm watching to see, can we get that 542 crack? There's a little bit support right now, right at this area, 542.18. That's a little bit of support, that 542.18 mark, which was the old bounce of yesterday. Now, Deck, could that hold up as a dip buy area or a bounce play? Absolutely, that could be. That could be a dip buy or bounce play area, and all of a sudden we start squeezing back on up. That could easily happen. I'm keeping everything nice and tight and small, not risking any sort of big money right now. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm gonna get out. I'm getting out here because NVDA is moving on up. It looks like NVDA still holding its gains. So I'm not gonna hold and possibly lose 500. I can make back $342. So far, all my trades here have been small losses with, manageable wins that I can make everything back. I want to give stocks chances. But right now, traders, I'm just not seeing that crazy explosion that I really want. I'm just searching for my nice win. And I think my win today could be very, very good. Just need to be ready for it. Taking a look over on the SPX here, traders. Still watching the same exact setup. Really, all it comes on down to is we're in this big wedge. We're in this big uptrend. You guys can see this downtrend that we have. You guys can see how SPX is a bounce play, SPX is a bounce play, SPX is a bounce play, and right now we are testing this yellow bounce area. So if it starts cracking underneath it, we know there's going to be a lot of trouble. We know things can start getting ugly. But if we do start getting a bounce play and the SPY starts moving on up and NVDA starts getting that nice, rip and run back on up, things can get awfully exciting awfully quickly. Look at this, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. We still have SPX trying to stay alive here. I did January 12th just to give me a little bit of time. I don't want to kind of have time decay rushing me out of a trade at any moment. I'm staying ready here. I'm leaning towards calls because right now SPX is still holding its gains and NVDA here, traders. NVDA might squeeze on up here soon. NVDA starting to squeeze itself on up here a little bit. I'm going to jump back in on SPX. I'm in on SPX right now. Watching again, not only SPX, but watching NVDA. See if we can squeeze. Now I'm going to add, if NVDA starts breaking this downtrend, I'm going to add onto this. I'm actually going to add right now, do 10 contracts total. If it breaks that downtrend, I think we squeeze all the way back up to 5 545 plus. SPX at this time is on this very big wedge. We had bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, and we just bought in for this to bounce play on up and to be able to squeeze all the way on up. That's the whole idea out of that play right here. Right now we're up 400, 550 bucks over on SPX, and we're gonna see, can NVDA break? Can, again, the SPX start breaking? Right now we have another little top. You can see a little top right here, little top right here, little top right here. We also have NVDA hitting that downtrend. So notice how NVDA is hitting its downtrend, and that's what's holding up NVDA. We want to see, can this one be able to squeeze and break on out? Guys, we got a little bit of a squeeze here. Can this thing build on up and pop right here? We also got to see NVDA be able to get above that 550-ish mark. We can break this area. That's going to be very solid for us. We know NVDA is also testing that mark. We're at 550 bucks, 600, 800 bucks. Guys, starting to get a little pop, starting to get a little bit of a climb right here. Come on, NVDA. NVDA's got to go with it. NVDA's got to run here. We're up 800 bucks, 850. Guys, we're up 850 at this moment. 850. Now we're still trying to move on up. We need NVDA to move here. NVDA, if this thing can pop, we could get the biggest move of the day. NVDA might be starting to get a little bit of action. Come on, NVDA, keep on pushing. That's going to push up SPX as well. Bring up like this whole entire family of volume here. A little bit of a pullback at this time. I'm on the fence. Do I just want to take profits and be a happy camper, or say, hey, no deck, this thing is going to squeeze? Guys, we're up 650 bucks at this moment. We still have NVDA getting a little bit weaker. We're back up 850 bucks. Let's see, can SPX now keep on pushing? We really need NVDA to get that break, and that'll make everything continue to spike on up. Right now, we are up almost $900 over on SPX. We need that pop. 1,050, 1,150. Come on, NVDA. SPX is doing it. SPX is doing it. We need you, NVDA. If SPX is doing it, we need NVDA to follow. So right here, traders, SPX is doing absolutely fantastic, absolutely incredible. Nice leg. Nice leg right here over on SPX. SPX still trying to go. Guys, we still have not gotten our squeeze. 850. Traders, I'm taking my gains right here. Taking my gains. We haven't gotten the breakout. I'm going to take my gains right here and just be smart. Get myself up $400 on the day. Traders, why did I get out? NVDA refused to work with us. Look at this. Here comes the S&P 500. As S&P 500 starting to get a little bit of that squeeze, a little bit of that rally. Can the S&P 500 break here? That's obviously a big question. S&P 500 starts breaking, we could definitely see a nice little move right now. S&P 500 high of the day is 476.83. Right now we're at 476.81. Looks like we are breaking that downtrend, and we should rally on up. We still have room to go all the way on up a little bit higher as well here. 476.80. Are we going to just hit a new high of the day real quick? It looks like that. Yep, S&P 500 starting to go. SPX starting to go. Traders, I'm going to jump in on SPX here. I'm going to see if SPX can get a little bit of a push. I'm going to go on SPX, just try to get another like 50 to maybe 150 bucks here. Let's just see. Ooh, come on. I don't want to take any sort of unnecessary loss. I want to see if this thing is going to get any sort of quick little pop back on up. We got to break through that yellow line here. See if I can get myself into the green. I just want to see if we get a little end of the day rally here. We had a high of the day. I want to see, are we going to be able to squeeze whatsoever? Can we be able to squeeze? Can we be able to get that rip and run? Can we be able to pop back on up? Can we be able to get up towards like 477? That's what I want to see. I want to get up towards like 477. I like buying calls that are like 2 days out. The reason why I'm buying like 2 days out is just because I want to make sure that I have more than enough time and I'm not getting caught up in time decay whatsoever. Can we get a little bit of a push here? Come on, let's get a little bit of a push towards a new high. Let's get a little push up towards 477 plus. We're breaking this downtrend. We're getting a nice move. Come on, break that downtrend, get that nice move, and let's just add a couple little fun money right at the end here. Come on, get that push on up here. Let's go SPY, let's go SPX. If SPX can go here, we might squeeze. SPX may squeeze here, guys. We're up $250. Currently up $250. We actually may squeeze here. We might squeeze and actually push on up back above the old uptrend. It's going to put us back very bullish. So right now we're up $225 at this moment, which is solid. And I just want to see if this is going to be able to go all the way up towards that 497 mark. Had a little bit of a downtrend break. We're currently up $300 extra on the day, which is great. And I'm going to take my profits. Another $150 and push myself up $539. So I'm happy with it. Another little $539. Just again, nice little scalp city, we like to call it. Here comes again SPX. SPX definitely trying to get back above its line. So you can see how SPX is trying to get back above. SPY also trying to get a little bit of this rally. I do like this rally, guys. I'm actually tempted to jump back on in on this play and see if this thing is going to be able to snap through this uptrend. We have bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. You can see we touch it, we get rejected. We touch it, we get rejected. We're really looking for that break of that line and then pop. Here comes 477. If we can break through 477, we might be able to get a little bit more action. Definitely looks like it's breaking pretty clean to me at this moment. We have a nice little pop so far. Definitely tempted to want to jump in on this thing and let it ride out for a little bit more. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm jumping back in for a little bit, guys. I want to see, can we be able to break through that area? So guys, I was up 150 bucks on this trade. I want to try to get up towards like 225 if I can. Let's see if this thing can keep on going. So this is the same contract I was in before. We're looking to make more than 150 bucks on this play now. So let's see if again, SPX can kind of rally, go on up 250, 300, 300 bucks right now. Now it's starting to go up even more. Now we're up 350. So 375 now. Now we're ripping. Now we're going up on this play. Now we're starting to get a nice pop. Here's a nice climb. $500, $600, $600 now. 600. I'm going to take my gains. 550. All right, guys. $1,000 day. Another $1,000 day. I'm happy with it. Another $1,000 day. Done on the day.